Born before the beginning of the 20th century, Percy Julian helped shape the world of medicine into what it is now today. Creating and contributing to the creation of thousands of medications and chemicals through his studies in chemistry and specifically chemical synthesis, Julian saved an uncountable number of lives. Julian not only saved many lives, but he also helped make people's lives better and served as an incredible example to thousands of African Americans and scientists worldwide.
Julian was born on April 11, 1899 in Montgomery, Alabama. He grew up in a post-Civil War racist era which was influenced by the Jim Crow law culture. Julian was a grandson of a slave, and his parents, having received a higher education themselves, pushed for the same opportunities for their children. Julian went on to attend DePaul University in Indiana, and despite great racial tension in the college and community, he graduated as valedictorian in 1920. Julian wanted to pursue a PhD in the field of chemistry, but he was unable to receive the opportunity. Eventually, he was offered the opportunity to pursue a master's degree at Harvard, but was unable to continue to advance to a doctorate degree due to racial tensions at the university. Eventually, Julian received the opportunity to complete his PhD in Vienna at the University of Vienna in 1931, becoming one of the first African Americans to receive a PhD in chemistry. Julian's unwavering pursuit to obtain an education serves as an exemplary example to many people who continue to face adversity.
Julian was one of the leading experts of a process called synthesis. Synthesis is the process of manipulating chemical reactions to shift how they react. By doing this, he was able to change the overall makeup of chemical bonds and create new chemical compounds. During this time, synthesis was not practiced by many chemists. Despite not receiving the same opportunities as other doctors in the field and facing many difficulties, Julian still made progress in his studies. For almost 20 years, he studied how to extract specific chemicals from a soybean. These chemicals were then used in many things, including fire extinguishers used to save thousands of lives during the 1940s in World War II. After many years of studying the soybean, he began using its experiments to create a type of synthetic cortisone. Synthetic cortisone is a rare chemical combination which helps relieve symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis, which affects over 200,000 people in the United States today. Julian also reduced the cost of these chemicals and other chemicals, which greatly impacted the United States as a whole and still serves as an example for healthcare standards today. Julian's studies in soybean synthesis did not solely contribute to the medical community. They also helped inspire George Washington Carter and many items used to create Ford's cars during the early 20th century. Julian's studies also contributed to the creation of cyclosidamine, an alkaloid often used to treat glaucoma. Glaucoma is an eye condition that causes blindness and is common in the United States and promotes the drainage of fluid by easing the construction of outflow channels. Annoyingly at the time, Julian also mistakenly created one of the leading artificial hormones today known as progesterone. Today, progesterone is used to decrease the risk of uterine cancer, prevent miscarriages, and premature birth during pregnancy, and is also used in different hormone replacement therapies. Both of these chemicals have served many purposes since their creation, including easing side effects of Alzheimer's disease and battling the effects of nuclear weapons on humans. Because of Julian's rigorous study, to this day, thousands of lives are still being saved. As new diseases have developed and different historical events have occurred, Julian's work in synthesis continues to serve and assist medical care and development in the United States, as well as the rest of the world. His work in chemical synthesis did not only help make lives better, but it also saved lives. Almost 25 years after his death, in 1999, the American Chemical Society awarded his work by giving it the title of a National Historic Chemical Landmark. This landmark is praised as one of the top 25 accomplishments in American chemical history.
Julian's multitude of advancements are not limited to his contribution to science and medicine, but also include his impact as a teacher, businessman, and as a human rights activist. Julian taught at many schools and even served as the head of the chemistry department at Howard University. When Julian was unable to advance in his teaching career, Julian began to progress as an entrepreneur. Even though he was often not respected in the academic community, Julian went on to found Julian Laboratories in 1953 to produce synthetic steroids and other chemicals. Over the next 8 years, the company flourished, and after selling it for $2.3 million, Julian became one of the first African American millionaires in the United States, a huge feat in 1961. His advancements as an entrepreneur have served as an example to thousands of people, and his creation of over 100 chemical patents and other scientific advancements have saved and improved countless lives. Through his example, more African Americans and other minority groups have gone on to receive degrees and work in the science field and have become successful entrepreneurs. Despite struggling to gain respect in his academical community, Percy Julian was an intellectual pioneer in all aspects of his life. He set a great example for generations to come, and his advancements and legacy in the fields of chemistry and entrepreneurship will continue to outlive Percy Julian and serve Americans for many years.